Hello, this is Valerie at My Scrap Chick, and I'm going to be putting together the Snowman Star box card. This is a box card that lays flat and will fit a 5x7 envelope, and then when they receive it, they pop it open to display for a fun 3D display. And so we'll get started, and I've got the layers kind of set out by them, for each layer, the pieces for each one. And what I have found on this particular card, I want to go ahead and put together the panels that go on each layer first, and it just makes things go a little quicker. And so I start with this, and I made the back layer, I put the white as the back trim. On these others, the white is in the front. But I did this because I want like a night sky. So I did the blue on the front. But you get to choose whatever colors you like. It's your card. And so I just kind of line up these so they have their trim all the way around. That's the back piece. This would be the next layer in front of that. And then I'm going to put on the white. And this is going to be the front insert. And then this is the very front of the box. And it's going to have the panels and then the greeting. I'll put that on last. Okay, now I'm going to start with the very back panel. And on the back panel, there's going to be a tree and a star. And you can put the star there or put it off to the side. You don't want to go above the top of the card, or else it may not fit in the 5x7. And I also want to make sure that this part of the tree doesn't go past this fold, because this is going to be folded forward. In fact, I should just do that now. Okay, and now I'm going to put the star on. And you can do the star in a glitter paper. I like to kind of set it off to the side a little bit. Okay, that's the back piece. Then this is the one that's going to go in front of that. This one's real simple. We just put the tree on. And line it up all along these edges. And these are going to get folded back. And then this is the front panel. Now on this one, I'm going to start with a snowman. And I think the first piece I'm going to put on is going to be the bottom. Just kind of line it up. Then take the next part of his body and do the same. Kind of line it up along those edges. And then I'm going to put the black piece before I put the face on, because the black is going to help his eyes and his mouth show up. And I'll just get that lined up there. Now just to double check one thing. I know that the scarf is going to go on. I'm going to put the face on first. And the scarf is going to go over his face a little bit. I'm going to line that up. And then he's got an extra piece of trim for his hat. This one is quite thin, so I'm going to use the tweezers for this one. It's just an extra layer on his brim, because then I'm going to use that to line up the hat band. Oops. And kind of nudge that up to the brim right there. Okay, next will be the scarf. And you'll notice I didn't put a lot of glue on that end of that one side. And there's little notches here and here, and that's where I'm going to line this up. I could nudge that up a little more. There. And then the knot for his scarf. And this very, very tiny nose. Put him right below the eyes. Whoops. There we go. Okay, next I'm going to add the frills or the bottom of his scarves. And so I'm just going to little tiny dabs of glue there. And I put it up a little ways on the scarf. And then I'll do the next one. And on this one, I'm going to, again, I want to watch this fold here. So when I put this one on, I'm going to have to pay attention to that. So I might put this one up a little further. Whoops, there we go. A little further. In fact, I might put it up a ways. There we go. And then on the front, I'm going to add the printable sentiment. The printable sentiment is available as both a PNG, and it's also in the PDF if you want to print it out on your printer and cut it by hand. And I think on this one I am going to add a couple pop dots. Peel those off. And then just center it right here, right about the middle. Okay, so now we're ready to assemble the box. And to start the assembly, we're going to take the back piece and then the very first insert, and you'll see that there's a fold here. So what I want to do is I want to glue this to this side, and the easiest way to do that is line this up along the bottom, put some glue on this tab, and tuck it in here, and then fold this over. And when that's on good, then we're going to, you'll see it lifts up and it's attached. We're going to fold it to the other direction and do the same thing on this side. We're going to put glue on this tab. And then fold this over. And then you can check it to make sure you've got it on there. And then we're going to do the next layer. And on the next layer, what I'm going to do is this layer goes forward. So it's going to be tucked. You've got the tab for the back of the box. I'm going to tuck it right here. So I'll put the glue on here. And I don't want to glue it to this part. I wanted to glue it to the side of the box. And I'm lining it up with this here. And then do the same on this side. I'll flip it over like I did the back one. And then I'll glue this piece right here is going to be trimmed off on the one that you get. But anyway, so you fold this flap over. You can see I've got the flap for that folded up. This is the back of the box. And then I'm going to just lay this down. And you can see now and you might want to check. Oh, his nose is getting stuck on the on the tree. check back and forth to make sure you've got it going right. And then the final thing is putting on the front panel. Oh, this was the one I need to trim. Anyway, I'm going to put glue along this tab on this side, and this tab is folded up. And those are laid down. We're going to put his buttons on here in a minute and add some snowflakes. And there we go. And so now I'm going to add his buttons first. And I found the easiest way for me is doing a dot of glue, and another dot. And then I just use my X-Acto knife and I pick up the button and press it down on there, right where I put the dot of glue. And now we're ready to add some snowflakes. And I think I'm going to add one here. I like to look at it with the card open to decide where I want to put the pieces. I think I'm going to put one back here. That's easier to do with the tweezers too. So I'm going to add one in the back. So you'll see it behind his hat. I want to add one on the second layer to that tree that's right there. So it's going to come off the tree a little bit, so I'm only going to put glue on half of the snowflake. And it's on that side, so I'm going to turn that. And I'm just going to put that right there. I got a little too much glue, but it should dry clear. Then maybe another one down here. And again, yeah, it's too much. Don't need much. I think I'll add one either there or there. Maybe I should have done 5 snowflakes. That would have been cute. I think I'll put it on the back. Down here. And there you have the Snowman Star box card. Enjoy. Thanks for watching.